how you doing? I hope you all are fine. So I'm going to cover today your favorite topic, comprehensions बच्चों. So let's read the comprehension and how to check the questions, how to answer the question. Let's have a look. Read the following passage carefully. The word baby is used for young human being below the age of 1 year or 18 months. After this age, words such as toddler and child are used. तो इसमें आपको क्या करना है बेटा, जो भी इम्पोर्टेंट इन्फॉर्मेशन आप पढ़ते हैं उसे प्लीज़ अंडरलाइन करते जाइए, ताकि जब आप क्वेश्चंस में आए तो आपको दोबारा से उन वर्ड्स को रिपीट दोबारा पढ़ने की ज़रूरत कम पड़े, राइट? आपको एक गो में पता चल सके कि आपको इसका आंसर क्या देना है. तो अंडरलाइन द इम्पोर्टेंट इंफॉर्मेशन. द वर्ड बेबी प्रोबेबली कम्स फ्रॉम बाबा, अ साउंड मेड बाय मैनी स्मॉल बेबीज एंड देयर पेरेंट्स. Newborn babies may seem helpless, but they are not. They can suck strongly to drink milk from their mother's breast. They cry if they are hungry or uncomfortable. They can hear well and usually recognize the voice of their mothers. And however, a newborn baby depends on someone, usually the mother or father, warmth and comfort. Babies grow and change very quickly. By 6 months, most babies have doubled their birth weight from around 3.5 kilograms to 7 kilograms. At 1 year, they may weigh 10 kilograms. Weight gain is quite a good indication of a baby's health. If a baby is not gaining over a period of several weeks, it may be ill. ओके बच्चों, तो आपने ये पढ़ा बेबीज़ के ऊपर, उनकी ग्रोथ के ऊपर कैसे होनी चाहिए. तो नाउ आंसर द फॉलोइंग क्वेश्चंस. इनको पढ़िए और इनके आंसर उस जो हमने पैसेज पढ़ा है उसके बेस पर दीजिए. रीड द फॉलोइंग पैसेज केयरफुली. बी पार्ट में एक और पैसेज दिया गया है. लेट्स रीड दैट. The main festival of Arunachal Pradesh, Losar festival, marks the Tibetan New Year. The festival was originally known as the Agrarian Festival in the pre-Buddhist period and in Tibet, and was organized to celebrate the blossoming of apricot trees. Today, the Losar festival of Arunachal Pradesh is celebrated by the Mompa tribe in the month of February or early March, and is observed to ward off evil and to invite happiness and prosperity into the new year. For visitors, this famous festival of Arunachal Pradesh is the perfect chance to savor the taste of locally made drinks and traditional cuisine. During this festival, Ali Lamu, the traditional mask dance, is also performed. Remember, when you run into the people during the Losar festival, wish each other by saying Tashi Delek, which means good luck. ओके तो इसके बेस पर भी कुछ क्वेश्चंस दिए गए हैं. नाउ आंसर द फॉलोइंग क्वेश्चंस एंड यू हैव टू राइट टी फॉर ट्रू एंड एफ फॉर फॉल्स ऑल्सो, यानी आपको स्टेटमेंट्स भी चेक करनी है, गलत है या सही है. Read the following passage carefully. The river Nile is in Africa and it originates in Burundi, south of the equator, and flows northward through northeastern Africa and eventually flowing through Egypt and finally draining into the Mediterranean Sea. The river Nile is formed from the White Nile, which originates at Lake Victoria, and the Blue Nile, which originates at Lake Tana in Ethiopia. These rivers meet in Sudan and then go on their long journey northwards towards the sea. The White Nile is not, lot bigger than the Blue Nile, but because of losses along the way, it only contributes about 15% to the flow of the combined Nile. The Blue Nile, rising in Ethiopia, contributes about 85% to the flow of the Nile that passes through Egypt to the Mediterranean. Most Egyptians lived near the Nile as it provided water, food, transportation, and excellent soil for growing food. Ancient Egypt could not have existed without the river Nile. Since rainfall is almost non-existent in Egypt, and the floods provided the only source of moisture to sustain crops. Every year, heavy summer rain in the Ethiopian highlands sent a torrent of water that overflowed the banks of the Nile. The ancient Egyptians could grow crops only in the mud left behind when the Nile flooded. So, they all had fields all along the river and Nile, and reeds called papyrus grew alongside the Nile. The Egyptians made paper boats and boats from the reeds. The Nile also gave the ancient Egyptians food, and they used spears and nets to catch fish. They would also use the nets to catch birds that flew close to the surface of the water. Another way the Nile helped the ancient Egyptians was in trade, and the Nile was the quickest and easiest way to travel from place to place. Now answer the following questions, bacho, and I am going to read the D part. Read the following passage carefully. It's on Mount Everest. This is a peak in the Himalaya mountain range. It is located between Nepal and Tibet and an autonomous region of China at 8,849 meters, 29,032 feet. It is considered the tallest point on earth, and in the 19th century the mountain was named after George Everest, a former surveyor general of India. The Tibetan name is Komolungma, which means mother goddess of the world, and the first ever recorded people of climb Everest was Edmund Hillary, a mountaineer from New Zealand, and his Tibetan guide Tenzing Norgay. The Himalayan mountains have long been home to indigenous groups living in the valleys. The most famous of these are the Sherpa people. Mount Everest climbing industry has become controversial. As popularity of the climb has increased, there have been more traffic jams as climbers spend too much time in the death zone waiting for their chance to go to the summit. Now answer the following questions, and I'm going to read the next passage, E part. Parai Atam is a Tamil Nadu dance form, and Parai means drum. It has another name, Tappu, and it is the oldest drum in Indian history. Particularly, it is used in southern India in the state of Tamil Nadu. There is also evidence in the history of Nadan and eastern Sri Lanka. This drum is emblem of Tamil culture in the very old archaic days, and this drum was used as an instrument for communication mean to convey message to the public. By drumming this drum, they used to gather people at one place and deliver the message at once. Later, the drum was associated with the dance, form Parai Atam. This dance form is the local dance that Tamil culture enjoys, where people beat the drum and dance to its rhythms. This is among the oldest dance forms in Tamil Nadu culture. In ancient days, these drum beats were used for many purposes. For example, in the situation of warning people, or gathering them for conveying the messages, or from the for the announcement of battles and announcing the defeat in battles. Also, it had its use in sports festivals. The Parai Atam dance is performed on the drum beats, and to generate drums beats, people use two sticks, one larger and thinner than the other stick. It is now used only in dances on funerals, weddings, or sport events. This drum is also used in temples to summon the deities. This dance has great importance in the Tamil Nadu culture, and the people value it a lot as well. So now answer the following questions, bacho. And we have the another passage, F part. Read the following passage carefully. Scientists who study the rock, minerals, and the history of the earth can tell what kind of plants and animals lived on the earth a long time ago. Those scientists are called geologists, and one way that they are able to do is by the study of fossils, and fossils may be by actual remains of plants or animals, impressions of them in rock, or the tracks of animals as they walked or crawled. Most fossils, are formed in the waters covering the continental shelves, in warm, shallow inland seas, and in large swamps that covered large parts of the land in post-geologic time. When the animals of these waters die, their remains are deposited on the floor of the water body, where the fleshy part of the animals decays. The skeletal portion of the body is partially replaced by minerals and other sediments. If this takes place in just the right manner, a fossil is formed. And now you have to answer the following questions based on this and have fun. Enjoy.